Hey, beautiful people. Today is April 27th, 2023. Typically, we would do Oracle advice with Artemis, but she's at daycare. So I am going to take advantage of the Oracle card that we pulled during last week's live for Mercury retrograde, which was Ask for Help. So, quick recap on Mercury retrograde. Mercury went retrograde on April 21st. Mercury will remain retrograde through May 14th, and then we will enter the post shadow through June 1st. Mercury retrograde in Taurus is really just asking us to reevaluate the relationship that we have with finances and things that we value and things that we possess, whether that be material things or people, depending on how you define possess. Really just being willing and open to receiving help, guidance, advice, criticism from the people around you that you feel safe and secure enough to ask for that type of input. This is a great time for you to really identify whether or not you have the right people around you to kind of serve as that advisory council for the rest of your journey. If you notice that some of the people around you just do not make the cut for who you would consider worth asking for help, then this may be a really good time for you to reevaluate those relationships and identify if there is better use for their energy elsewhere in your circle or your cycle. With that being said, we do have some aspects for the next couple of days that are worth mentioning. Today, specifically, Mars in Cancer is square Chiron in Aries. This just means today is an emotional day. You may find that some of the wounding that you have around your identity and your self-worth and your self-value kind of resurfaces and bubbles up. It makes it hard for you to really want to do anything today. If you do find yourself feeling a little stagnant, a little stuck, this is a great time to do some self affirmations. Really just kind of sit with yourself and pour back into you the things that you know are true about yourself from a positive light, and the things that you want to be true about yourself moving forward. It's going to be very, very important for you to manifest the feelings that you want to have and manifest the feelings that you have around your identity that you want to really steep into the next few chapters of your life. Don't be afraid, or don't let the fear overcome you if you do feel some of that inner child wounding coming to the surface today. It's just par for the course. Mars in Cancer is really saying like, hey, you normally would take a lot of action in this area, but we don't really feel confident enough to take that action because of the Chiron and Aries placement. So just allow yourself to sit and meditate on how you can better integrate these aspects that you don't really feel that connected to, or feel like are aspects of yourself that don't actually speak to who you want to be anymore. With that being said, I was drawn to pull an additional advice card from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck, just to get some advice on maybe who you should try to ask for help during the next couple of weeks. So let's go ahead and get that card, and I'm going to let y'all be on y'all's merry way. On April 29th, we do have positive aspect that's going to be happening, just really around meeting new people, being open to new ideas, new experiences. So, go out, have fun, and see what you come across. And you're going to meet some people that you might not have normally interacted with just on a normal basis, but you're going to find that you really connect with those people. And it may be that those people reflect parts of your identity that you've been trying to hide. Lean into those people because they are going to provide the help that you need to be more authentic moving forward, which of course is the theme for the rest of the year if you watch the live. So definitely take advantage of that energy on April 29th. Let's see. Let's get some additional info for who we should be working with and asking for help to get us through this Mercury retrograde. All right. So we got High Priestess, harness mystic power. Just intuitively, I'm getting some Isis energy. I'm also getting the energy of Bast, an Egyptian goddess. Look into her. And if you do or do not have a spirit animal, start taking significant indication if you happen to be in the energy of, or your attention is drawn to a feline friend during this Mercury retrograde. You don't have to be like the pet owner, but if you start having cats come around, or cats are like popping up on television or in books or something that you just hadn't normally seen, just take that as a nod from the universe that pay particular attention to what is happening right now. This may be something that allows you or gives you that insight or that help that you need to make whatever decision it is that you have questions about. So let's get into the meaning of this card. It says, align with the light and focus on all things positive. The High Priestess is the physical embodiment of the divine feminine, the goddess in human form. She has had many names through time and space, but her essence has remained similar: fierce, powerful, and disciplined. In many traditions, particularly pre-Christian, the High Priestess was in charge of spiritual and religious orders and was the voice of authority and guidance from the gods. The High Priestess in this deck is the consort and the partner of the High Priest. If you look at them together, you will see they mirror each other's energy. She is joined by a black cat representing the Egyptian goddess Bast, who protects her from lower energies, and she stands strong in her glory and power. You are a mystic with the capacity to connect with energies that go beyond the human senses. Within you is a force of magic that is directed by your will. There is an opportunity for you to rise up at this time, but it requires dedication and discipline. You are being guided to look at what you are working on or at the situation before you and determine where your priorities lie. If you are unable to figure that out, you must use your intuition and discernment to focus on what will bring you closer to your goal and the happiness of everyone involved. When this card arrives, it's also important for you to check in with your intuition, as it will give you guidance that will be important for your growth. So a lot of this ask for help energy is going to be not only about asking for help outside of yourself, but really trusting yourself and trusting your gut and trusting that kind of instinctual knowing that you should have around some of these situations. When it does come to who you can rely on in this point or in this period of time, it seems like you really should be leaning more towards people who have really strong divine feminine energy. Again, divine feminine energy, I am not specifically saying look for female persons to give you help or give you advice, because divine feminine energy exists within everyone. You should know that you are dealing with divine feminine energy by your own intuition, by indicators from spirit. Maybe they have on a cat shirt, maybe they have on cat ears, maybe they're talking about cats, things like that. And again, like I said, pay particular attention to any type of cat-like paraphernalia, because that's just an indicator from the universe that this is something you should pay attention to, or this is something that you may need protection from. You'll need to use your discernment to identify which one of those things is going to resonate for you. But with that being said, I wish you all a wonderful rest of your week. Please, please, please tap into your own divine feminine energy. Look out for the divine feminine energy that exists around you and ask for help. I'll check back in with you soon.